Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Welcome to Wisdom International School's digital classroom for mathematics. So children, we are going to start a new chapter, mensuration. So you are already familiar with the mensuration chapter, actually the measurement, right? See, the measurement of figures. All right. See here, you are familiar with the rectangle. Look at this rectangle, square, triangle, parallelogram, and circle. Right? These figures you already know. You have learned about it. Now we are just going to revise it quickly. Okay. So we have already learned about the area of a rectangle, square, triangle, parallelogram, circle, etc. So now this is just a match the following, okay, just to see if you are able to match it perfectly. So it says what will be the area of a rectangle. So rectangle has got the sides A and B. So the area of rectangle is A times B. So where is A times B? It's over here. So let me join this. A times B. Okay. Yeah. And then comes your area of square. So area of a square has got both A and A as the length and the width. All four sides are equal. So area of square is A times A over here. Okay. Then we'll come to the next thing, that is area of a triangle. Area of a triangle is half base times height. See, the B over here says base and the H over here says the height of the triangle. So area of a triangle is half base times height, or half BH. This one. Okay. And then next we have area of a parallelogram. Parallelogram have all, like opposite sides are parallel to each other, right? So here you have base times height, not half base. See, it's just double of the triangle, isn't it? So it's going to be base times height. So that is going to be over here, base times height. Okay. And then we have area of a square. Area of a circle. That's pi r square. So, or here instead of r they have given b. So we have usually learned pi r square, right? So if radius is r, we can write pi r square. Here radius is taken as b, so it's going to be pi b square. That's all. Okay. Yeah. So now let's join this. Alright, now let's come to the next one. So here they are saying, can you write an expression for the perimeter of each of the above shapes? Perimeter in the sense, you have to just add the, you should see what is the length of the boundary. Okay, if if you add all the lines, borders, what will be the length? So here you see, if I talk about the rectangle first, let's come to the rectangle. Rectangle has got 2B and 2A, right? There is a BB and this is AA. So you have A plus A plus B plus B, right? So it is 2A plus 2B, or you can say perimeter of rectangle is 2 of A plus B. Okay, or you can just say 2A plus 2B also, anything is fine. Okay, now we'll come to the next one, area of a perimeter of a square. Okay, perimeter of a square has all four A's, right? So it's going to be, perimeter of a square is going to be A plus A plus A plus A, which is equals to 4A. That's all. Okay. Now let's move on to the next one, area of perimeter of a triangle. So in triangle you have to see, let's say this is the side is A and this is C. So you just have to add all the three sides. So it's going to be A plus B plus C. That's it. Okay. Here height is of no use to us. We don't use the height over here. Then comes your next one, which is your parallelogram. So parallelogram is going to have these two are going to be B. So opposite sides are equal and parallel, right? So this is B. So if this is also B, let us say these two are A's. Okay. So it's the same as your rectangle, 2A plus 2. There are 2 A's and 2 B's. Okay. Then we have the next one, which is perimeter of a circle. So perimeter of a circle is not called as perimeter, it's called as circumference. Okay, so you write it as C. Okay, not perimeter but circumference. Okay, whenever it is a curved surface, a circular thing, we don't call it as a perimeter, we call it as circumference, but actually it means the same, and the formula for circumference is 2 pi r. Okay, so you can memorize this. Alright, so now those who don't know this can memorize this. Okay, you should be thorough with area of these figures and perimeter of these figures. Okay, now let's do the exercise problems. Okay, so directly we just have to do it. So I'm just going to show you how to approach this. Okay, so the more you practice, the more you'll be able to approach these kind of problems, because all the problems in your mensuration chapter are word problems. Okay, none of them will be like a normal calculation problem. It will be a word problem, so you should get used to reading the question. Okay, so a square and a rectangular field with measurements as given in the figure have same perimeter. So there are two figures given. This is the square and this is the rectangle. Okay, they are saying that both of them have same perimeter. All right, now which field has a larger area? They are asking you to figure out which has got larger area. So you see, in square, if one of the side is given, the other side is also going to be the same, right? So this is also going to be same. So what will be the area of a square? Area of square is going to be A into A. We have learned it, right? So it's going to be 60 into 60, which is actually 3600 or 3600 meter square. Area you should always write as meter square or centimeter square. Okay. Then we need to find out the perimeter of the square. Perimeter of square is equals to, I'll just write P for the perimeter. Okay. 4 into A. So we just learnt it above on the table, right? So 4 into 60, which is 240 meter. We'll keep it as it is. Okay. Now they are saying that the square and the rectangle both have the same perimeter. So a perimeter of square we just found out to be 240 meters. So obviously the perimeter of rectangle is also going to be 240 meters, right? Okay. Rectangle. Also going to be 240 meters. But then we know the formula for square or a perimeter of a rectangle is 2a plus 2b. And this is supposed to be equals to 240 meters. Okay. And we know that one of the sides of the rectangle is 80. So let me take A as 80. B we don't know. We have to find this B. Okay. 2b is equals to 240. So this is going to be 160 plus 2b equals to 240. Or you will have 2b equals to 240 minus 160, which is equals to 80. So b equals to 80 by 2, which is 40 meters. Okay. So now if I ask you what's the area of the perimeter, area of the rectangle, area is equals to length times width, right? Or you can write it as A times B. A times B. A we already know it's 80 and B is actually 40. So that is going to be 3200 or 3200 meters square. So now we see they are asking you which one is having a larger area. See, for the rectangle we got 3200 meters square. This is the rectangle, okay? And for square you got 3600 meters square. So this is the area of a square. So which has got larger area? Square. So square has got larger area. Okay. Okay, now come to the next question. Okay, here they say Mrs. Kaushik has a square plot. So this is the square plot with the measurement as shown in the figure. Now she wants to construct a house in the middle of the plot. So you see the house picture is given over here. See, this is the house, right? Okay, wait a minute. Yeah, so this is the house, okay? Now here I can just shade it with a different pen. Let me shade it with this color, okay? So this white thing what you see is the house area, okay? Now they're saying a garden is developed around this house. So the gray thing what you see is the garden. Alright. Now find the total cost of developing a garden around the house at the rate of 55 per meter square. So they are asking you how much will be the cost of developing a garden. For each meter square, you have to spend 55 rupees, okay? So how much rupees will you spend on total? So for that we should find out how much is the area of the total garden, right? So how do you figure that out? So let's find see if you find the area of the outer square, okay, the whole thing, and you subtract area of the house, okay, from the inside, you will actually get the area of the remaining space, that is the gray region, right? So area of the plot, so area of garden is equals to area of plot minus area of house, right? So both are square. They are saying that it's a square plot, and the house is actually a rectangle because it's 15 and 20, right? So area of a plot is going to be 25 into 25 because it's area of a square, and 25 into 25, okay, minus area of a house is 20 into 15, right? Yeah, so this 25 into 25 you can solve and check. It is going to be 625. You can multiply 25 into 25 and check, and this is going to be 300. Okay, so now if you find out what is the area, I mean, for the garden, you just have to subtract this. So you get 5 2 325 meter square is the area of the garden. Now this whole space, 325 meter square area, is totally used to construct a developer garden, and for developing, for each meter square you are actually using 55 rupees. Okay, so for 325 meter square, how much will you use, right? So you have to, so you will be saying cost of developing garden is equals to 325 into 55. Okay, so you can just multiply it. So how will you multiply this? 325 into 55. 5 5s are 25, 5 2s are 10 12, 5 3s are 15 16, and then you get again 2 6 1 5 7 8 7 1. So you are actually going to spend 17,875 rupees. Okay, so to develop 325 meters square. So you can check the calculation once again. Okay. Okay, so now let's move on to the next question. So here the shape of a garden is rectangular in the middle and semicircle at the ends as shown in the diagram. So there's a rectangle in the middle and then there are semicircles, like the figure is given to you. Find the area and the perimeter of this garden. So obviously when you find the area, you can actually find the area of this rectangle and area of two semicircles added together, right? So you have to area of, see, when you add two semicircles, it turns out to be one circle, right? See, two semicircles, half circles, if you join them, it's one circle. So area of the figure is going to be, area of figure is equals to area of rectangle plus area of circle, right? Now you need to know what is the area of, for area of rectangle you should know the length and the breadth, right? So here this is whole thing is 7, they are saying, right? This is 7 and this is 7, and this is going to be how much? See, if this is 7, this has to be 3.5, right? Half of 7, because that's the radius, right? Here one 3.5, here one 3.5. If you take it out, see, this from here you take out 3.5, that's the radius. Okay, from here you take out 3.5, so you take out 7 in total. So this 20 minus 7 you have to do, which is equals to 13. Okay, so 13 is the length of the rectangle and 7 is the width, breadth. Okay, so area of rectangle is going to be A into B, which is 13 into 7. Okay, plus area of circle is going to be pi r square. R is 3.5. Or I can keep it as 7 by 2. Instead of keeping it as a decimal answer, let me keep it as 7 by 2, half of 7. Okay, 7 by 2 the whole square. Okay, either ways you can do it. So that's going to be 7 3s are 21, 7 is 7, 81, plus pi you can take it as 22 by 7 into 7 by 2 into 7 by 2. So you see the 7 gets cancelled, 2 11s are, so I have 81 plus 11 into 7, 77 by 2, which is 81 plus 2 3s are 6. So 77 you can divide it by 2 and check, okay, if you want. 2 3s are 6, 2 8s are 16, and you get 2 5s are 10, right? So you get 38.5 here. So that if you add it, you will be getting 0.59. So you can add it and check it, okay? 9, and then you have 11. 19.5 meters square. That's the area of the figure. Okay, now they are asking you find the perimeter. So for perimeter you will be using the formula for the perimeter. Okay, so area of so perimeter is going to be perimeter of, so you see here you have to be careful when you are doing, you can't just add perimeter of rectangle and perimeter of circle. So I'll just show you using the orange color thing, like what all we are going to use. Okay, now let us see like this, what are the borders you are going to add up. So this is one thing. Okay, and then this half, the whole circle we have to add, and this. So the green lines you see inside over here, this and this are not added. Okay, because they are coming inside, they just want you to find the perimeter of the outer ring. Okay, not the inside thing and all doesn't come under count under perimeter. So you see here you will add 13, here you will add 13, right? And here you will be adding the circumference of the whole circle, right? Circumference of the whole circle is circumference of circle plus 13 plus 13, right? So circumference of circle is 2 pi r plus 26. So 2 into 22 by 7 into r is actually 7 by 2 plus 26. So you see for pi you can always take the value 22 by 7 or 3.14. Okay, right now we'll take this. Now you see 7 gets cancelled, 2 gets cancelled. So you are having 22 plus 26. 22 plus 26, which is 48 meters. Okay, so that is your perimeter. Now come to the next question. Okay. Here we have a floor tile has a shape of a parallelogram whose base is 24 centimeter and corresponding height is 10 centimeter. So there is a floor tile which is of the form of a parallelogram. Okay, its base is 24 centimeters and the corresponding height is 10. So this is 10. How much such tiles are required to cover the floor of 1080 meters square? So we see if you require, you can split the tiles in whatever way you want to fill up the corners. Okay, fine. So now here you see you have the thing, they are asking you how many such tiles are required. Now here you see the area of a parallelogram. So how much area will each tile cover? So area of tile is nothing but area of parallelogram, and that is base times height. Base is 24, height is 10, so you get to 40 centimeters square, right? Now you see this much is the area each tile covers, but you should see that the unit over here and the unit over here is not the same. So 240 centimeter you can convert it into meters. Okay, so if you want to convert it into meters, you know that 100 centimeter is 1 meter, right? 100 centimeter is equals to 1 meter. So 240 centimeter will be is equals to 240 divided by 100 meter. That's equals to 2.4 meters. Okay, see the zeros gets cancelled and you get 2.4 meters. Okay, so each tile covers 2.4 meters. There are how much area is there? 1080. So how many such tiles will cover? So you will just say number of tiles required is equals to 1080 by 2.4. Now you see, if you feel that using the decimal thing is because now you can just check it using your calculator, but in test you are not allowed to use it, right? So I advise not to use the calculator. Though you are at home, you don't please use the calculator to do these kind of calculation. So if you want to get rid of the point, you can multiply by 10. Okay, because we need to get rid of the 4 over here, so you multiply by 10 on the sides. So this gives you, you see, you get 10800 divided by 24. Okay, now you can just simplify it. You see, you can say 6 4s are 24. Then here you get 6 1s are 6, 7 8 9 10, 48, 6 8s are 48, and then 0 0. right? And then you can do 4 ones are 4 ones are 4, 4 fours are 16, 17, 18, 2, 4 fives are, so 450 tiles. So you will require 450 tiles. Okay, so you can check the calculation once again. So this is how you have to do it. Now the fifth problem, I leave it to you. You please complete it as a homework. So all the exercise problem has to be done in your classwork. So that's all for this today's video. So our first exercise is over. See you in the next video with the second exercise. Allah Hafiz. Thank you.